Doctor Strange could look into the future, into multiple outcomes of what was about to come, but was he in fact aware of the interference of the TVA, and does he know about them? Let's get to that. Maybe by the time we get to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, we will have our answers. But for right now, I think it's pretty safe to assume that Doctor Strange probably isn't fully aware of what the TVA is, but maybe he's seen a couple instances where things don't exactly match up to what is going on. So in a recent interview from The Direct, we actually have an update on this exact subject, and it comes from Michael Waldron, who wrote both Loki and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And he does the Marvel Studios PR talk, but he provides a little bit more of a, I guess, sort of hint towards that answer. And he says it would be interesting if they did. Now, at the same time, he goes on a little bit more and talks about the idea of, Doctor Strange's magical aspect to it, and then how we started to find out about magic and the introduction of that all the way back in Thor. Science is magic. Magic is science. It's kind of going both ways. If you understand one, it could be the other, and vice versa, depending on your perception of what you believe, right? So that's something also that we play around with in our world. So it's an easy thing to understand, and Marvel Studios did honestly a smart way of introducing that aspect to the MCU. And it's one of those things where he's not saying, well, no, Doctor Strange doesn't know about them. And you would have to assume that since he wrote both of these projects, that there's going to be some connective pieces of crossover, let's put it that way, that connected these things. Like, there is no way that Doctor Strange can't look at the timeline that's flowing and look at different outcomes in the future and not realize that timelines are being reset. There's things that are appearing where they're not supposed to that are going wrong, and time travel that's just resulting in weird things. Like, he would have to start accounting for these, and my guess is that we're probably going to get some revelation for that, but we of course need to wait till the upcoming Doctor Strange sequel, which is still quite a ways off, all things considered, although it's really going to be with us before we know it because there's so much other content. But I think it will be interesting to see how they handle it, because once the TVA is gone, the timelines can splinter, and as they said, cause madness. The title of the second film. So quite evidently, something is going to have to happen where he's going to learn about them and go, well, damn, I guess those guys should probably still be around if we didn't want to find ourselves in this giant mess.